Hey everyone, back in the garage again, and I have a little present for Betsy. It's been a little while since she's had an upgrade, right? Yeah, it's been a little while since she's had an upgrade. So today we're gonna do a little upgrade, small upgrade, but a little upgrade. Any guesses as to what it will be? Well, you'll find out in a second, so it's kind of irrelevant. All right. Here is the upgrade, the little present I got for Betsy. Ta-da! It is Descendant. It's a Truvative Descendant stem. I think it's made by SRAM. It's a pretty sweet looking stem. I've been wanting to get a stem for a while because I think this one just might be too long. I'm not positive, but you know what? I'm gonna give it a shot and see if having a shorter stem helps. So let's take a look. If you look here, this stem is roughly, let's go from about the center, it's about 7.5 centimeters, which, what is the math there? I'm bad at math. It's about 75 millimeters, right? So I can take a look at it this way too. From long end, it's about there. It's almost 8. So it's about 7.5 to 80. Well, let's put it this way: it's about 70 to 80 millimeters. So it's a little long. This one, the Descendant, is 50. So it should be a good reduction in size. So let's go ahead and get this out of the package and take a look. So let's just carefully cut. Yeah, it's cut in the back. That way we don't risk scraping. Do not want to, wow. Oh. Alright. So there it is. It's pretty cool again. I have never changed the stem before in my life. So the main thing here would be making sure I don't flop the bars, because they're definitely going to be loose. So I loosen those up. Now I'm going to need to loosen these up a little bit. And they are 4 millimeters as well. Now while I'm at it, I am going to, just curiosity, I heard someone say that this fork is actually a straight fork, straight tube fork. So even though this is set up to go from, what is it, 1/8 inch, 1 1/8 inch to 1.5, I heard rumors that these forks on the cheap Roscoe's 6s are actually straight tubes, which is going to be a major disappointment because I'll need a new headset too if I ever replace the fork. But you know what? I was supposed to do this. I probably should have done this first. I totally forgot to do that. Take the cap off. Alright. That's probably the thing I should have taken off first. Okay. Alright. There's the cap. Is off. And, oh, that's pretty loose. So, alright, that's off there. Kind of swing it to the side gently. So while I have it pretty much disconnected, I'm going to go ahead and take a peek at the fork. Aha! I was right. Bummer. Uh-oh. That's not good. I just popped off a bunch of things I probably wasn't supposed to pop off. Alright. Wow, that's... And I'm missing a bearing. Well, that's disappointing. So that is correct then. That's disappointing. So... This is just a straight steer tube. See that? It's not at all different. So that's disappointing with this Trek. And I'm also missing a bearing. Huh. Which I'm gonna have to find. And these three things fell off. And I did not look to see how they went. So that should be interesting. Try to get this back on. Hopefully there's a logic to it. Probably should re-grease while I do this. Alright, I wasn't planning on getting this extensive, but as soon as you move that little thing, everything comes apart. So I do not see where that bearing went. So that's kind of a bummer. Bummer. You know, it might be easier at this point to remove my brakes, at least from the front fork, to get it out of the way so I can work on it a little better. Actually, it'd be easier if I had a bike stand. I don't have a bike stand yet. Isn't it kind of funny how quickly you get in over your head? It's amazing how quickly I can get in over my head when working on my bike. This thing is ridiculously heavy. Holy cow. First of all, it's disappointing because that is not a angled, or what do you call it, a tapered steering tube whatsoever. And this thing is a tank. My goodness, it's heavy. I was not expecting that to be this heavy. No wonder. I'm not blaming all my lack of inability of getting the doing bunny hops and stuff, but this has got to be, I don't know, 3-4 pounds, maybe 5. I have no idea. It is heavy. It is very heavy. Unfortunately, I don't have a scale that would work, but I am missing 2 bearings, and I have absolutely no idea where they are. Now, I found my other 2 bearings. I don't know if you guys see it. They are right there. So let's see if I can right there. Oh, I don't want them to fall down the frame. That would be bad. There's one. And let's see if I can get the other one without falling down the frame. Oh, 2. All right, so that's good news. Bearings recovered. All right, good news. So there's definitely some wear on the heads. The, what do you call this? The headset. All right, is that what it's called? Yeah, let me clean these bearings a bit and pop these 2 back in, hopefully, and re-grease it. All right, the bearings are cleaner. I got them back in. I'm going to grease this up now and stick it back in and hopefully get it back together correctly. All right, I went ahead and put just a little bit of grease in on the stem just to make sure I have no squeaks. So I need spacers. That's what I need. I'm like, I'm missing something, and it's spacers. So maybe I can get creative with the spacers. I did actually buy some. These were, what do you call them, spacers? Carbon. So I can put on this one, and this one, and then there we go. I wasn't sure if I would like the white or not on the bike, but it actually looks pretty good. So I tightened up the bolts now. On some stems, it actually has talks about that space being up at the top. This one looks like it has even spacing on both sides, top and bottom. So should be good there. Now, I was obviously getting this to line up thing. I was told when I was back in the day, when I was growing up, I would always line up the handlebars and try to make it perpendicular, I think the right word, with the tire. But I watched a video that actually said make it them actually line up with the fork, which I think makes a lot more sense because the tires are, well, they wibble and wobble, where the fork is a lot better. So if I can get it lined up with the fork, it should be good. I think it's looking pretty good right now, actually right there. So I'm messing with the sweep a little bit because I had it further forward last time. I'm going to try to have it little with the having us 20 millimeters less. I'm thinking maybe I can try to have the handlebars a little closer and see, maybe the goal is to ride downhill a little better, to feel more confident downhill, and to have maybe feeling a little more setback on the bike. So I'm gonna give it a shot. But the stem is installed, looking pretty good. Got the new stem on. I like the look of it. Wasn't sure how the white was gonna work with it. It works pretty good. So stem is on. Everything's tight for now, at least I hope. And unfortunately, it's been so hot, it's making it hard to ride. But hopefully, it'll cool down a bit, and we can get some riding in. But well, we'll see. It looks pretty good. Well, there it is. It's the top view of it. Side view. Side view. The front looks pretty cool. Alright, so another relatively successful ride works. The bummer, found out that fork's garbage. Man, that thing is a beast. I'm gonna have to, well, that's my next upgrade, is that fork. I'm gonna have to deal with that because that's just not gonna last. But after that, yeah, Betsy's looking pretty good.